Hey TikTok, this is Dr. Cunningham. I literally just left my primary care physician's office. That is my last visit that I am ever planning on ever meeting with my primary care physician. And I'm going to say why. And I'm going to start with this question. Since the Trump administration, I'm not blaming Trump himself because it requires a group of people who are all on the same page and a system to work together in order to create a particular narrative. But is there a ripple effect with consideration of the possibility of exacerbating segregation again? Because the scares of ICE and, immigrant families potentially, or individuals from immigrant families potentially being arrested, even if they are U.S. citizens and sent to their nation of origin? Like, are people that scared where they are only clinging on to people whom are like them, whom are from their nation of origin? And this is a genuine question because I met with this woman. I literally waited for about 45 minutes before I was actually brought to the doctor's office. And then I sat for another 45 minutes while the nurse told me that she was meeting with everybody else, gave them ample time. As soon as she had to meet with me, she sat for all of 2 to 5 minutes. And essentially was like, that's it. Like, we don't need to discuss anything else. And it was an Asian woman. But again, I get along with all cultures. I've gotten along with Asians. But why did this particular doctor, and what got me is, and I'm not even bringing up her ethnicity for the sake of just bringing it up. She tried to underhandedly call me the N-word and then act like she didn't say anything wrong. I stood up. I walked out of the office. She walked behind me, and I turned around and said very nicely, "Now, Dr. Chang, this is my last visit with you. I am not returning ever again. Okay? Now, you have a great day." And then I continued on with my day. Now, am I seeing this incorrectly? Am I seeing this situation incorrectly? No, literally. Like, explain to me what that was about. And then to try to insinuate that I might be, doing something that I should not be doing. Like some illegal activity. Like I was some type of prostitute or something. I'm like, no. Woman, the Lord knows. In my mind, I was just like, wow. But I had some choice words. You know what I'm saying? On the outward appearance, I'm like Apostle Paul. Sometimes in my heart, I feel a little like Peter. Like a Baptist Christian. Like I could just cuss somebody all the way out and create certain words of my own. Because sometimes I feel like people don't understand when you just speak to them kindly. So I kind of just had the hand, pointed the finger, and just kind of literally, the pointer finger, not the other finger, but then just kind of put the hand up like, don't come any closer to me, you nasty bee. That's what I wanted to say. But she was so mean for no reason when I waited for her. Like an hour and a half before she actually met with me. And then she gave everybody else, she had 2 patients in front of me. Was meeting with 2 patients in front of me and already started meeting with the first of the 2 patients, and I was the third. And then just after 5 minutes, beep, and then just and I was so kind. I was just like, no. Like, no. And then she tried to give me some advice that sounded contrary to what actually would benefit my health. Now, she told me her perspective, so I will study. But because of how mean she was, I don't want to believe her. Because she was hateful. Now I'm like, are you telling me the truth? Or are you saying that just because you want to be hateful to a black person who actually is a doctor? And then I'm a young doctor. Of course, in her eyes, because she was probably about 10, 15 years my senior. But she was just unnecessarily mean. I'm not going to say what location, because I chose not to report, but I actually might call. HR or the department where she works, just to discuss what happened in that office, because it was just uncalled for. But does the Trump administration have anything to do with this? Is there a ripple effect with consideration of ICE and the rhetoric and the narrative that Trump and his administration is perpetuating on a week-to-week basis through media? I'm wondering, just, is it separating us rather than bringing us together? Because, again, I care about unity, you guys. What's happening? Like, for real? Please, somebody share your thoughts in the comments. TikTok, I want to hear from you. If I post this on another platform, I want to hear from you. So whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, I want to hear from you guys. Let's discuss. For real, for real. Y'all have an excellent day.